Welcome back. As we earlier said, we're going to take a comprehensive look over the advantage and the disadvantage of the rapid communication information technology progress that is booming day after day. To shed more light on this issue, we're very delighted to be joined here live in the studio by Head of the Electronics and Communication Engineering Department, Dr. Sami Henawy, in one of the most prominent universities in Cairo. Good morning, Dr. Henawy.
Good morning.
Of course, we know that there is a grave importance of IT and technology to achieve the communication progress. There is no denial.
Yes, actually it started a few years ago, like 10, 15, 20 years ago, to make the entire world like a small village.
Right.
Everyone can communicate with anyone. There's no letters now. There's no communication techniques that used to be. But today, it's only at the fingertips. You can communicate with anyone worldwide instantly. So this has lots of advantages, saving time, saving energy, saving money. But unfortunately, it added a few or large number of disadvantages, either socially or even economically and whatever. So we have to get aware of this.
Right, of course. But before we delve into that important topic, we really need to focus over the importance out of optimism. Of course, importance is digitalizing the whole world, is getting into a new phase that is totally, let us say, free of mistakes, I mean computerized, that is programmed, that could be leading us to sustainable development vision and all that. Is that true?
Yes, it starts with technology. The technology has advanced very fast. The pace was unexpectedly because everything is under the need, and the needs is large. So things within the past 10 years, for example, advanced extremely fast. At the same time, people socially were not prepared.
Right.
For example, in our age, we use it in a way. Middle age use it in another way. Children use it in a very different way. Like, for example, a 5-year-old child use it differently than how I'm using it.
And it's amazing that they use it better than us.
In some cases, yes. We learn from them how to do this, how to do that. So
that's true.
We were not prepared to this pace. So what I think we should do is to enumerate the disadvantages. And this has to come through a consortium of technology, social sciences, education, so that people can be aware at different ages. And I think the most important thing is education at the elementary stages. And also for families, like the parents should be able to know the disadvantages and the limitations of such technology, and to put their own limits.
Right. Before we get, because we're very eager, everybody is in full recognition of the advantages of technology.
Okay.
But they're very eager to get into the disadvantages in order to be cautious. But at the same time, there are some fields that you can never live without communication.
That's correct.
Without the technology, I mean.
Yes, because we have been using it on daily basis, not only on daily basis, in hourly basis.
Right.
I have the same problem in my university, in my teaching. Like, for instance, only a few days ago, I found three students doing chatting while I was teaching. So I told them this is not right, because this will be a disadvantage for you. You will not get the information that you will be examined later, very soon. Another thing is social aspects. Like, for example, if you look at the percentage of divorce or the number of divorces, these days and you compare it 10 years ago or 20 years ago, it's
because of technology?
so high.
Or because of the stress of the time, of the, very hectic, speedy.
It's somehow critical to say, but between a husband and wife, of course, there are some issues. And because of the exposure using this kind of technology, the husband can get acquainted with other women, and the woman can get acquainted with other men. And obviously, there is no heaven on earth, or there is no perfection on earth.
Right.
So many problems took place in the past few years.
But let's talk about the serious, grave consequences of the disadvantages, like the identity theft, which is very common and very dangerous. The technology here is at stake because people might steal the identity of someone else, people might hack, people might invade the privacy of others, people might steal, very private information, the leaks.
Yes, that's another dimension. When I mentioned the consortium of education, technology, social sciences, I should add also the legal system, so that you will put some sort of laws and
things that would control.
Anything.
But what are the breaches? What are the very, very popular violations and the most dangerous in your own perception?
There are many dimensions. One of them is like hacking a bank account. It's not easy. In technology, we'll try to do what's called as cryptography, so that nobody can do that. But because of the smartness of other people, the thieves at one side, they can break this cryptography aspects or ciphering. At the same time, good people can make it a little more complicated. So it is a war, continuous war between the good people and the bad people. The percentage of hacking of bank account now is very limited. It is there, it's non-zero, but it is limited compared to other social aspects. Like, for example, even within a family, like in the past days, a family can get together in like meetings or dinner or whatever. They can talk to each other. Now what they do, everyone is talking to a friend and disregard his sister or his brother or his mother and whatever. So there is discontinuity between people and themselves in the same family.
In the same family. But we keep hearing about very strange things and dangerous at the same time, like recording chats or conversations.
Breaching. That's called breaching. Yes.
No, I mean not on purpose. I mean, if there is a device that is located, it could be recording via satellite and everything. Are these things true? I mean, as soon as I mean, if I'm holding a set anyway, without even turning it on, it could be recording my chats.
This is technology. Technology can provide this.
That is technology we're talking about.
What could prevent it? Legal system. So that if this happens, the legal system should be able to punish whoever did this on purpose. Is it done
on purpose, or the device is normally doing this because the device is made to be like that?
No, the devices are normally provisioned or configured according to the user. But the user may not be knowledgeable enough to do this. So by default, it is doing the recording, for example.
So by turning on some of the icons or settings?
Even by default, when you install a certain application on your smartphone, maybe by default it is recording. So it is awareness, knowledge, and also legal system all together should prevent this, or at least cannot prevent the bad things, but you can also reduce them to the level that you want.
How come with the advance of that huge technological age and telecommunication boom and all that, there isn't a parallel line of awareness or procedures or technological procedures that are created in accordance with the same advance of the process, the
To tell
original
you the
process.
truth,
How
there
come
is,
it doesn't happen?
there
like
has
that?
been, but the pace was or is still very different. Like the telecommunication or the technology is very fast with time, and the legal system and the awareness and the social thing is very slow. So what we need to do is get the consortium of these people together at very high level in order to
be able to
put
effect
a system to
some
prevent or
security.
to reduce the shortcomings of the technology. Technology is
Right.
going very fast.
Regardless, even if I try to stop, no matter how I try to stop it, it is going. It is ongoing.
Of course, there's
But
like for anything. If you can you stop theft completely?
I can't, but I can create regulations. But theft is an act of I mean, a human can do an act of theft. But at the same time, I'm not talking about legality or legitimacy or the legal procedures. I'm talking about the creator of technology, the creator of the new systems, modernizing those new systems. Parallel to modernizing those systems, the creator who is modernizing them should modernize also the precautions.
I don't think this is the job of the technology part. The technology part is not one person or one company or one identity. It's very, very wide, worldwide in many countries. So I don't believe you can do this. But again, probably with the other parts in the consortium that I was talking about, they can give technology feedback in order to accommodate some precautions. But this is a very long process. It has to start. Like the 1,000 mile will start with one step. The one step is not there. It's only few centimeters or few feet. What
Does
we need.
that mean there are no precautions that are set technologically worldwide as standards, as well? I mean, as
very extremely limited.
International
Extremely
standards
limited. No, there is no standards, unfortunately. That's one thing. Probably standard bodies can be involved in this consortium.
Exactly.
But what I mean is we have to start at least in the national level here, because if a study is made about the consequences of such technology on the social activity, then we can pinpoint what these in the local Egypt and try to understand the consequences of this and accordingly set up the consortium, the group of people with different specialization, and as such enumerate first the problems and then brainstorm of the ways and means of trying to reduce the amount.
Reduce the risks.
Yes, this is what I believe. And at our university we are thinking of providing what's meant by conferences or some meetings,
or seminars,
different, so that we will reach to a certain formula in inviting those people who are responsible for the reduction of the social disadvantages of technology.
However, that doesn't seem a little bit convincing, because whenever there is a new car or a new any device, any electronic device that is new in the market, it comes with its precautions. I mean, there isn't any brand new expensive good quality car without good brakes, without good safety measures, without all the safety measures that are accompanied with very, very popular brands. Isn't the same thing should be done? I mean, shouldn't the same thing be done?
It's a bit different, because when you talk about the safety of a car, we provide from technology, we provide safety for the
safety
mobile.
of an aeroplane, of any device that we use it. It is implemented inside the device, the safety measures.
Yes, but they don't provide the things, the social. When limitations on the device.
Not
they
the
put
social,
safety.
but the electronic safety measures, like something in the settings that would protect us from hacking, or I mean, some steps that
it is there. The effort is there particularly for hacking. Hacking is very limited. Like if you, for example, you look at the number of users of the internet, it's in billions now. The number of hacked people, no, in terms of thousands. So the percentage, the measure is there. What I'm talking that whatever is not there is the social aspects. This is not the technology alone. The technology, I think, will get the feedback from the other people, from social services people, from legal people, from education people, and everything could be put together, geared together into one final objective. That is the reduction of the disadvantages of the technology.
Right, that's very much true. And also, social aspect is one side, and the I mean, other safety measures are on the other side, which are really, really very dangerous according to nations, safety of nations, safety of health, I mean, safety of souls, like spying, for example. I mean, we're talking about those dangerous side effects.
This has been done by technology.
Artificial intelligence,
yes,
throughout the years, to avoid like the leaks, like WikiLeaks, for example, and things like that. Hadn't it crossed the minds of the creator?
No, it has. It has, and the safety measures are already there. Like, for example, when you use your phone, smartphone, everything is studied in order to reduce the amount of electromagnetic interference with the body. That's one thing. The other is, for example, if I can remember, yes, for example, the healthcare system. The healthcare system is a very, very large portion of technology in order to provide facilities for the medical people. Like, for example, my son is actually a biomedical engineer, and he is now trying to train people in Canada, surgeons in Canada, how to use robots for stitching and operation. This, I think, in the near future, not very near future, can be done remotely, so that a surgeon can operate on a person in another country. So this is something good, and this is for the safety of people, for the security.
Exactly,
safety.
This is what I'm talking about. This is very important issue.
Yes.
I mean,
technology has provided this, but what
at the same time, the human element is still very important, because at any point, at any drop, a human element is supposed to take the decision.
Of course. That's true.
Or could we live one day to see
that's what we are talking about now.
A robot taking
the
smart
consequences.
decisions.
What we do is technology. We need technology for its own advantages, and the advantages are well known. But now we have been seeing shortcomings socially, shortcoming for education, and good for education too. Like, for example, the distant learning.
Of course.
Like the online learning, teaching, especially during the past 2 years for the pandemic.
And online banking and online shopping.
Online banking, and also the digitization initiative in Egypt.
And governmental services. But at the same time, can we live to see one day a robot replacing totally human beings? I mean, in the near future.
I don't believe so.
We have seen robots.
We have seen robots, yes.
Doing everything.
Especially artificial intelligence. With artificial intelligence.
They've shown success.
But until today, I think they have managed to resemble a fly.
Still.
A fly.
Until this very moment.
Yes.
With all that progress.
With all, no. Like thank God there is soul in human beings. The soul cannot be put in an object to make a robot. A robot cannot have a soul. This is one thing I believe that we will never be able in technology to provide a robot replacing everything in a human.
Of course. Right, but at the same time, there are risks of communication technology sometimes, like in the sense of disasters, shortages or blackout of electricity, political crisis in some countries. What could be the situation in that sense? I mean, could we reach one day that we could communicate electronically without the need of electricity, without the need, I mean, with the advance of renewable energy and all that stuff?
Well, actually, it is already available now. Like for example, if you are at home and you're using your mobile with the router that you put in at home that requires require electricity, when there is a blackout, your phone will switch automatically to the mobile data that will not require electricity.
That is only charged.
It will require only the battery that's inside. This is one limitation. The battery business now has become much better than before. Like for example, a mobile can stay for hours charged, and there is still advances in battery technology in order to make it longer.
What do you say about, or how advanced could be the progress of something like the new trends of transferring some social media or some social networks into reality, like visiting some places? I don't want to mention the name of that social media company that is about to create a whole new beginning or a whole new step of technology, visiting places, seeing people while you're staying home.
It's already there. Like
what is it called?
Started. I mean, it's called virtual reality.
Virtual reality.
Virtual reality. Like
virtual
for
reality,
example,
like the virtual reality you are creating over here, or more advanced.
Yes,
real virtual
like
reality.
any technology is advancing with time. Like virtual reality, for example, you can visit.
What does it mean, virtual reality?
As if you are. It's not real, but it is virtual. It's virtual means. I don't know how to translate it.
But we have seen interviews conducted through virtual reality. I mean, the person is as if he is present in the location.
As if he or she is present, but he's not present. Like for example, with your smartphone, you can visit a museum, for example, and you can go having a tour inside the museum.
I mean, I could appear as if I'm there. I mean, well dressed. If I want to attend a ceremony, a conference.
That's already there. Like only a few months ago, I made a presentation in a conference in Canada when I am in Cairo. I was in Cairo.
And you got dressed and everything.
It could be an image, or like for example, image like teleconferencing. There is teleconferencing.
Something but more advanced.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we ran out of time, though that the topic is very, very...
Well, but the topic actually cannot, like it has to be attacked or addressed by those people I mentioned in the consortium, so that we will reach, it's not 1 month that we will be solving the problem, it's not 1 year, many years, but we have to start at a certain point.
Hopefully, inshallah. Of course, Dr. Sami Al-Henawy, you're head of Electronics and Communication Engineering Department at one of the most prominent universities in Cairo. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And you have a beautiful day.
You're very welcome.
And we're going to go to a short break and we'll come to continue the breakfast show, so stay with us.